Good evening. How's everyone doing? Good. Anytime I take the stage in between you and dinner or in between you and sleep, I'm conscious of one of my older siblings. I'm 8 of 8 kids, and on a recent trip with a brother, he's an elder brother, and they're kind of feisty, and think that they can tell you everything to do. And he reminded me as I was about to go on stage, he said, "Barbara, whatever you do up there, remember the 5 B's." Now, me, myself, being an engineer, we go through a lot of processes, as you can imagine, inside of Intel Corporation. I thought of agile processes. I thought of the PLC, which is the project life cycle. Was it Six Sigma? What could be the 5B? He said, "Barbara, do you know what the 5B is?" I said, "No." He said, "Be brief, baby, be brief." So it is my sincere intent tonight, recognizing that you've had your dessert and we're closing in on the evening, but first and foremost, thank you for having me here this evening, as well as our Intel family. We have a table of Intel family members here, and thank you for being here with us this evening. As was spoken, this is a milestone year for both the Foreign Policy Association, celebrating 100 years of public service. Equally important, Intel is also celebrating 50 years of innovation, so it's very fitting that we are all here tonight to celebrate amazing public service. On behalf of Intel and the thousands of employees, in fact 104,000 as I sit here this evening, we support this work around the world. We're honored to be recognized by this association for our corporate social responsibility efforts across the world. Throughout our history, we have worked deeply to integrate corporate social responsibilities across our businesses and in everything that we do. We strive to set challenging goals for ourselves in key areas, from environmental sustainability to our supply chain responsibility to investing in the communities in which we live. We constantly challenge ourselves to find opportunities to solve global challenges while improving people's lives through our technology. An award like this tonight is a result of the incredible efforts, not of just me standing here accepting the award on behalf of the company, but for all the employees that every day and every single interaction on every project, they bring their best to be their best on behalf of Intel, as we have for the last 50 years. I'm proud to say that I started as a baby and I've been there for half of these 50 years at Intel. And we are a company of scrappy engineers, I would like to say, innovators, and we experience firsthand the role that education plays in providing the skills needed to build the technology of the future. We also know just how critically important it is for the future of innovation to be inclusive. And if we are to create the technology of the future, our workforce for today has to be representative of that future. In 2015, we set a very audacious goal to achieve full representation in our workforce by 2020. For us, this simply means that what the market bears in terms of talent, Intel very much mirrors that inside of our company. We are expected to reach this goal 2 years ahead of schedule, and I'm very proud to be the leader of that initiative for the company, along with the army of individuals and committed team members that's helping us to do this work every day. This is critical work, not only for Intel, but for the tech industry and also for our nation. And we must continue to accelerate this great work. Since 2015, our gap to full representation inside of Intel's workforce has narrowed by 84%. Thank you. This has been the result of a comprehensive strategy, transparency, accountability, and key commitment in our hiring, our retention, as well as our progression. Over the past decade, we made amazing progress, and we just have enormous energy across the company that involves our employees on the day-to-day volunteering in their communities to engage our youth in science, technology, engineering, and math. and we have invested in incredible programs to expand these opportunities for students and advance inclusion. The speaker earlier mentioned that someone upset Crowley. You should know that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was one of Intel's ISEF, Intel Science, Engineering, and Fair, second place winner in one of our contests. This is a long-standing 20-year commitment that Intel has had with the Society for Science and the Public to really increase our access for students to the STEM careers. Since starting this partnership with Intel and the Society for Science and Public, each year annually we bring together the brightest minds of 1,700 high school students, and over the period of the years, we've represented the best of more than 7 million high school students who participate in science fairs around the globe. So we can say we saw Alexandria first. Just like that. Over the past decade, our employees have volunteered more than 10 million hours in our communities globally, with a significant portion of those hours spent in our local schools and after-school programs on STEM-related topics. In addition, through the Intel Foundation, our philanthropic arm, we provide matching grants to the schools and nonprofits where our employees volunteer. This too results in millions of dollars going to these organizations. As we embark on our next 50 years, and as you embark on your next 50 years, at Intel we will continue to support and work with schools and partners to increase diverse representation at Intel and in the tech industry at large. One current proof point of this is in our Oakland Unified School District. Recently in 2015, we committed $5 million over 5 years, and at that time, I was actually the project strategist behind this. We were looking to impact about 2,300 students. Here are some quick stats on how we're doing. Since we started this program in 2015 with the Oakland Unified School District, we've had a 14x increase in students enrolling in computer science pathways at these school districts. Yes, super important. There's been an increase of more than 5,800 students taking computer science classes, which means we've already surpassed our earlier goals. I think what's key for all of us in this room is to recognize that a lot of times what we need to bring to the table for these students are access, equity, and also opportunities. We are not shy of our students being their best. We're shy of bringing the best to our students. This year in our graduating class at McClymonds High School in the Oakland Unified School District, 60 of the 62 students are on their way to college. And that, yes, give it up. I think this is a testament not only about making these fields accessible, but making STEM really interesting. And what my mother would say to me is, she wasn't really bothered about which degree I would enter in, but she didn't want me to not know about the information. So many of us in this room that started in engineering, we ended up in different places because we were given the access as well as the opportunities, and I think that's critically important. Finally, what I would say for Intel, and what I'm most proud about, our corporation. If you, as an individual or in a corporation, if you can envision a better world, I think we are obligated to create that world and make this world a better place for everyone. Thank you again, and good night.